welcome to our casual tavern collab chaos of everything D&D stream. Today we are actually starting session 1 of our hopefully several sessions long until we get to the end of the BBEG, big fight, whatever stuff, sessions. So last time, there will be blood. So last time on the Chaos campaign, last time on Chaos campaign, everybody got knocked the fuck out. Kid lost his hands. Top tried to be acrobatic and just was not.
My legs!
Aaron got shot in the back, and Kinku was beaten to a bloody pulp.
Oh.
You were gonna say death.
My wing! Yeah, jeez.
Did I miss anybody?
No,
the call got bitch slapped by a god, that's right.
Yes, the statue did come alive and was like, smite thee, bang. Ooh.
Listen, at least it was a god.
Listen, gravity can be a god to some people, okay?
I guess.
It's like a god, it's like, ooh, a bug! Splat!
So, before I give a little bit more background information, we're just gonna go straight into this.
Mm.
And all of you wake up. It's very soft, warm and cozy. This might be a little uncomfortable for some of you that are used to sleeping on ground, dirt, rocks, maybe even a swinging hammock. But it feels nice. Somehow it reminds you of that sweet, sweet feeling that you had in your youth when, you had a warm home and a loving family.
In my case.
But that's all a dream now. And each of you wake up.
Yeah, immediately want to look around.
Alright, so to call, give me a perception check real quick.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to switch die.
No!
Now.
It's like, no. These are not your die
That
to
is
Cal. These are Orsig's dice.
They don't like to call for some reason. They gave you basic. So you wake up, it takes you a second to realize this isn't the hive. I could have sworn I was out on a job. Why is this human? Very human. And that's about all you get.
Neat.
Honk shoo, honk shoo. Me.
Alright, who's next? Alright, so Aaron, you want to go next?
Yeah, she just slowly wakes up and she stretches out like she has no recognition of what just happened. But she just wakes up.
Alright. Is there anything else she would like to do, or is she just cool with the situation?
She's cool because she's just really,
neat, I'm alive.
Considering the last thing that she remembers is being one shot in the back and two basically being called prey.
just goes through her head like the fly.
All right.
To the other.
Matrona, do you want to go now?
Yeah. So, Matrona she wakes up and she's kind of like wincing, like writhing in like pain. Just looks down at where her hands used to be, and then she realizes.
Roll me a perception check real quick for that.
Gotcha.
For her hands?
So I guess.
They are in pain, but
she doesn't know why.
You think you're counting the right amount of digits.
Oh, okay. So she just kind of like looks around and realizes that she's not in the same cellar where she where she blacked out.
Where she remembers.
Yeah, where she remembers.
Does Aaron notice her?
Roll me a perception check, Aaron.
Wait, are we all in the same room?
That's a good one.
You don't know shit.
That fly came back and went through the other ear again.
Wait, yeah, no, are we all in the same room? Do I need to roll perception to see that?
Yeah, if you want to try again.
Yeah, let me try with the correct die.
And
fuck off.
And they're jealous you used the other ones.
Listen, it was an accident.
Oh yeah, what'd you do? You slipped and fell and rolled the other
You're
dice,
actually
right?
enticed by the sheets that are covering you. You're kind of like caressing it against your mandibles.
No, what? Sorry.
You're like caressing the bed sheets against your mandibles. You're like, what is this material?
I look around the room, and I just want to see if I have everything with me. Like, all of my stuff with me.
All right, give me another perception check.
Alrighty. Where is it? There it is. A 12.
We got something over a 10. All right. So you're patting yourself down. You're kind of checking all your pockets and stuff in your robes and everything. You do find everything that you remember being there.
Okay.
The only thing that's different is you're in a single bed, which is not your cave. And it's also kind of bright.
And I'm in the same room as everybody else.
You hear noises, but I don't think they're from the same room.
I'm confused and I stay where I'm at, not wanting to what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
Disturb whoever might try to kill me.
Gotcha. Does anybody want to do anything else real quick?
It's like Lonzo hasn't gone.
Oh yes, Lonzo. Would you like to wake up, or are you comfy in this non-rocking hammock?
Lonzo's definitely gonna wake up. He's like, not the worst hangover I've ever had. And I think I'm just gonna try to get a feel for where I'm at.
All right. Go ahead and give me the perception check.
Ugh. Wow, I don't know shit. It's probably the worst hangover I've
We're
ever
all
had.
struggling today.
Right.
Huh?
So
We did almost die. Maybe.
Nobody
When
knows
you-
where they at.
when
I
you
was gonna say we're just
attempted
waking
to
up, but okay.
when you attempted to kind of stretch and get out of bed, you're not used to the solid, like the stationary aspect of everything right now. So your feet kind of get caught up in this blanket that you're also not used to having, and you kind of stumble onto the ground. Not enough to like hurt yourself, but you're definitely like no longer in the bed.
Fuck!
And now you're staring up at a ceiling.
Still not the worst hangover I've ever had.
Can I see if I heard him fall out of the bed?
Yes.
Yep.
You can roll again, yeah. Do another
Do
perception check.
do I notice it? The bang?
You can also make another perception check to see if you heard it.
17.
Oh.
1 second.
Okay, so yes, you can hear. So you both hear and you kind of feel the rock in your bed of what you're sadly familiar with as a body hitting the floor.
Why is it sad for me? Wait.
It piques my interest.
You also kind of, you don't really feel the vibrations like Kuma does, but you definitely can hear like somebody just went.
I did just fall.
Oh, yeah.
I did just eat shit again.
You good?
It wasn't as bad this time though.
Yeah, this
You're
time
right.
you weren't unconscious.
This time it didn't hurt you.
Sadly, I'm still awake after this one.
But yes, you both hear noises, and they don't appear to be coming from the room that you are currently occupying.
Sick. Cool. So, Do I still have like all my stuff on me, or?
For all intents and purposes, we're gonna say yes, considering that Big Dog had asked that question earlier and found that he also had all of his stuff on him.
Sick. Alright, cool. So I definitely want to look around, but first...
Housekeeping!
What?
Huh?
What?
Housekeeping!
That just threw me off.
We're all just like, what the fuck is
I
that?
realized what she's saying. It just threw me off.
Yeah,
We,
It was just like,
we get it. We get
I
it.
don't
It's
know
just-
what to say.
yeah, I was dead ass confused just now. I was like, what the fuck?
So much she's opening
Yes.
your door.
Oh no, I'll quickly throw my hood over my head.
the thing is that quickly throw the door down.
Why are you still asleep? Wake up! Breakfast is ready! Get downstairs before it all gone! Hey, newcomers. She's gonna pick
So-
up some things that are on the floor and, like, slam your door shut and then just walk out.
What the fuck? Okay.
Do we
Goes
all
to
hear
the
that?
I don't know what to do. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Housekeeping!
Do we all hear that?
Whose
or-
door is she at?
Lonzo, she's now at your door.
Okay.
Housekeeping!
Huh?
Housekeeping!
I'm going to caterpillar roll with the blanket through the door.
Yes.
Get up, open it, and reveal the Lonzo burrito.
Lonzo burrito.
Like, can I help you?
Breakfast is served. Do you need fresh towels?
No.
She's gonna stare at you for like a half second. Be
I
sure
wink.
to put back on bed. Don't take with. Charge extra. And she walks down to the next door.
Oh man, but I like it. I just hop back to the bed.
You just kind of watch her waddle away
Yeah.
as she knocks on the next door. Crowley, it is now your turn.
I hear this, and because of my inability to necessarily trust right off the bat,
Mm-hmm.
and just because I don't trust humans, I want to stealthily just hide in an
Okay.
area.
Roll me a stealth check.
24.
Ooh.
All right. Where are you hiding?
I want to hide in the, I guess, under the bed.
Okay. So you make your way under the bed. You kind of crunch yourself up to be like as thin as possible. Like your wings are kind of folded quite along your body to where you're kind of like a feather toothpick. And you're blending in with the darkness that is still left under the bed from the bright light having shown through the only window. Housekeeping! She opens the door, looks around. Ah, at least one's an early riser, and she starts picking stuff up off the ground and slams the door closed and moves on.
All right. I come out from underneath, and I want to slowly open the door and just see what all is outside.
Okay. Give me a second to get through Aaron and Matrona, and I will help you with that incident. So she's gonna move on to Matrona's room next. Housekeeping!
I'll be right there. So she gets up, walks over to the door, tries to like reach around a little bit, and then just more pain, like just trying to reach for the door repeatedly, and just more pain each time. And she's like, for some reason I can't seem to open the door from my side.
You kind of hear an exasperated from the other side and go, "Step back!" And she pushes the door open without much of a warning. It's literally step back, push.
Okay, so the room gets like full of light now, I'm supposed, because that's the reason why I couldn't like look down, I guess, before. And like she notices like she doesn't have her hands. And she's just like freaking out like really bad right now. And so she's like, "It's like what? She's like, what happened to my hands? Like, who are you? What is this place? What happened to my hands?"
She's gonna look at you. She's gonna put down the basket that she was holding. And go, "Are you okay?
And
Drugs can mess with your head, you know that, right?"
"Lady, I literally have no hands." And she's just like sitting there, like super confused, like just looking. And then all of a sudden, I guess she,
The lady's gonna walk up and grab hold of your hands and kind of raise them up and go, "Drugs are bad."
and then she just kind of like stares in like disbelief because she really like there's no like she doesn't see that she has any hands like at all, but apparently this person sees that she has hands, so she just doesn't know how to respond.
So like that 60 rolled, you had like numbing pain, so it felt like your hands were disembodied.
Oh.
So you still have hands. Because of the supposed dream you had where your hands got cut off. You ever had those moments where like you lose a limb in a dream and then you wake up and that limb is dead for like
Yeah.
half a second?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what happened.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna walk around, she's gonna fling the curtains open, let in all the rest of the light, and be like, "Breakfast downstairs. Get extra egg. Absorb."
Oh, okay, I'll be right down.
She's gonna walk out, close the door, and go to the last door. Housekeeping!
It's a housekeeping.
She hears this and opens the door slowly. "Housekeeping, where I come in and clean room. Go get breakfast."
Immediately gets up on her feet at the very notion of breakfast. Breakfast?
"Downstairs. Lobby, can't miss. Everybody has plates."
Like her eyes just widen, and she like gathers her stuff and she like darts out of the room. Completely not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Fair. Alright, so back to you, Big Dog, and about what you saw. So, as you exit your room slowly, and are you still sneaking, or are you just kind of apprehensive?
Apprehended. No,
You're
no,
not
no.
apprehended
Worked
yet.
hard. Worked hard. Sneaking, but I guess cautiously.
Alright, okay. So you're gonna kind of ease your way out of your room, kind of staying against the wall, and slowly, like, making your way across the wall as you observe your surroundings. Go ahead and just roll me a perception check just to see what you get.
23.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's higher than I was expecting. Alright, so with your 23, you look out into the area. You're on what appears to be a top balcony of a building, looking inward. And below you is just several tables and a couple people that are starting to like sit down with plates full of food. And enjoying either small conversations or going out the front door or stopping at what appears to be a window with a person in it. You're kind of intrigued by what you're seeing because it's not just, humans. You're seeing a very generous mix of a lot of other races. You've got some gnomes, there's a dwarf. A lot of the servers seem to be elves. You think you saw what appeared to be a large walking cat. There might have been a dude that might have had his hair on fire, but you aren't entirely sure. He wasn't acting like his hair was on fire. But it's a pretty generous mix of Modge Podge people.
Okay. So, just in case, I want to put on my leather armor that I have.
Okay.
He said, I'm ready to
And-
brawl.
And then throw
That's
my
scrappy.
throw my hood over my head
Mm-hmm.
and just slowly make my way downstairs while staring every now and then at people to make sure that I'm not gonna get jumped or killed in any fashion.
While he's doing that, does anybody else want to adventure out? I know Erin is already on her way down to accumulate the potentials of food.
You hungry?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna throw my hood on first, and then, like, take a look around outside the room. Do I
Alright.
need to roll for
Yep.
things? What do you
Go
need?
ahead and roll me one since you just peeked out. I need some rolling.
Perception?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh shit.
15.
All right. So you kind of also look out, realize that you're on a balcony. When you walk out, are you in your bug form or your androgynous form?
Bug form right now.
So as you walk out in your bug form,
Mm-hmm.
you look around. You kind of see a little bit of what Big Dog had seen, a couple of the mixed species, which I'm not sure if they all look alike to you, but some of them are kind of furry and some of them aren't kind of furry. One of them might have had feathers. What you also kind of notice is that you're not the only person on this top balcony.
Oh, like I noticed Crowley?
Yeah, you kind of see him, like, pressed against the wall, kind of scooching by, just kind of staring forward.
I'm just gonna stare. I'm just gonna watch.
Sneaky. He's like sneaking.
Right?
like-
Yeah, just gonna
like
sit
Kronk.
there and, like, watch, see what happens.
You also kind of hear and or notice the door at the far end fling open as this white fuzzy thing come out of the end room. It's about a half your size.
Okay.
I think that's about right? Erin's not super tall. She's like maybe 3 foot tops without her ears.
Maybe like 4 feet or somewhere around there.
Is that with or without the ears?
He's dwarf size, okay?
Okay. So 4 foot is tall. Gotcha. That makes sense, right? I'm trying to remember how tall Orsic
Well, we're
was.
dealing with
Orsik's
like,
also
a-
weirdly tall for a dwarf, though.
Orsic is like 5 feet. It's
Yeah.
kinda crazy.
Okay. So
Which
they're
is,
like,
like,
average.
the top.
Erin's like average height for dwarf. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, she kind of small, so definitely about half your size. Just kind of walks out. No real indication other than, a determined look as they obviously smell something. So their head is like pointed down into the crevice where all the other beings are.
Her mind is now on food.
Her mind is on whatever is in that buffet line.
It's like breakfast, waffles, people. She doesn't care.
She's confidently walking towards you, just not even paying attention. Do you move?
I mean, she doesn't notice me, right?
She is so focused elsewhere.
Nope. Not moving.
All right. How fast do you go in there, Project? Are you
Walking.
briskly walking, or are you kind of like trying to almost run for it?
Almost running for it.
Almost running for it? Okay. Can you just roll me a basic strength? Aaron, your pursuit of the delicious smell that's just tantalizing your brain right now has been stopped. You ran into something kind of tall and prickly.
Tall and prickly.
He like looks up and just. Do I have to roll persuasion? No, perception. What I'm looking at.
You can roll a history check to understand if you know what you're looking at.
History is
What in
not
the
her
Eldritch
forte.
Horror?
Oof.
What in the Eldritch Horror? Do you understand what you're looking at?
Right? It's like, I didn't know we were playing Call of Cthulhu.
You're over here going, bugs can get that big? Why have
Oh
I not
yeah,
been
'cause she
able to
would be able to
discriminate
see
them?
under my... Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, what? But my hood. It's like, no, that makes sense.
She kind of short, so you
Yeah.
looking down at her, she looking up at you.
That
and
makes
she's
sense.
just
Yeah, you're right.
bug. When did they get so tall? Fucking cockroaches.
Wait, did she actually say cockroach? Because I'm ready.
No. It's like, no, she's just looking at it like, that's a big bug.
So she did call you a bug.
That's fine. She's not wrong.
Okay. Any other interactions?
I'm just gonna, like, look down at her, see if she does anything else.
Oh, you guys.
I guess just to see if she's, like, hostile or not.
She is carrying a big ass sword on her back, so.
But that doesn't mean you're hostile. Like, I have multiple weapons
It's
on me.
fair.
Do I need to roll anything to see if she's, you know...
Insight. Roll me an insight.
Insight? Sit.
Mm-hmm.
A 9!
Aaron, I also want you to roll me a deception. Alright, so you're being fairly honest in your body language. Tikal, you can tell that Aaron is not here for any kind of fighting. At least not for you, exactly. You can kind of see, due to the body language and the little fluctuations that are happening in the face, that there's no recognition of what you are or holding any grudges against what you may be. That the only thing that they kind of care about is what's on the ground.
Okay, I'm just gonna move out of her way then.
Alright. Aaron, your path has been unblocked. Tikal, you just backed up into Crowley.
Are you fucking serious? Alright.
Crowley, you have just been backed into by a hooded figure.
I just peer at them,
Mm-hmm.
and I
By the way,
got
the hooded figure is about as tall as you are,
okay.
and you did just hear a small white fluffy rabbit go, "That's a big bug."
I look at them just peering, like just wondering why this bug is so big, or this person is so big.
I'm like the Wait, how tall are you?
Un momento, I am 5'6".
I'm only
So
like
y'all
an
are
inch
about
taller
the
than
same.
you.
Y'all are about the same size.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just still staring, and I'm just wondering how could a bug be that big? Because I've never seen them that big, considering that's what I used to live off of a lot.
Tikal, you also feel like this pointy thing kind of poke you in the back when you backed up.
Yeah, just gonna try and see what it is. Like, I'm not trying to draw too much attention to myself.
Okay,
was
so
an
what are you gonna
accident.
do?
Just, turn around and see what it is.
Alright, so you turn around, and it was a kinku. You kind of figure out that the pokey thing probably wasn't the weapons, it was probably the thing on its face.
Okay.
Roll a history check.
History.
Roll me a history.
Fuck!
17.
That was a nat one.
Alright, so Tikal, you have no clue what the fuck this is in front of you.
Neat.
You're just like, huh, I wonder if I can convert it. Or is it edible? And then you just kind of stand there in blank thought. Crowley, you on the other hand are like, aw, I think I read about a tree crane before. Is this what they look like? Dang.
I just
Why is it gotta be a bee?
oh, she's a Me?
I'm a
She's
wasp.
specifically a wasp.
I'm specifically
Oh.
an executioner wasp.
Oh, if Crowley had my fears, I tell you what, you get bitch slapped over the balcony.
Oh, if that was the case, Boneworm instantly.
I digress. So I kind of tilt my head looking at her
Mm-hmm.
They.
or
Them.
looking at them, and I want to use my mimicry from what I had heard from the rabbit say.
Okay. Does
Since
that
I
just
don't
happen
know
naturally
actual
then?
speech, it just happens. But I also, with like the mimicry, I have to have heard them talk before.
Okay. Does it come out in the same voice?
Yes.
Okay. So the beak kind of opens, and to call, what you hear come out is, "Oh, that's a really big bug," in the exact same voice as the rabbit that just walked down the stairs. All right. Matrona and Lonzo, are y'all ready to exit your rooms yet?
Yeah.
So Matrona, you come on out.
She's Matrona's like walking to the dining hall, I guess that you could call it that.
You come out into like a balcony area, which leads down into like a.
Okay. Are there like any windows anywhere? Can I like, or do I have to roll for perception for that?
If you're trying to just survey the area, I would ask for perception, but since you're just specifically asking if there is light, it is an early morning time frame.
Okay.
It's not so early in the morning that it's dark out still. It's like almost midday kind of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely still kind of quote early morning for some people.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So she just like is walking down this like hallway, like balcony area, and just kind of like looking like out the window and just like checking out her hands. They're like still, she can still only like the feeling's starting to come back, but like only in like the thumb and index finger of both of her hands. So like she still can't move her whole hand yet, but yeah.
Still working out the kinks to make sure the blood's still flowing.
Yeah. And then she's thinking, I could have sworn like I got my hands cut off. It felt
Like
so
they were
real.
gone.
Yeah.
I know this. All right.
So everybody's gone, right?
Yeah, pretty much everybody else is out of their rooms.
All right, 6. I do want to check if I got everything on me.
You do have everything on you currently,
Okay. 6.
including that beautiful, beautiful pistol that you forgot you had at the in that dream of yours.
Oh, he's armed.
Everyone's armed.
We're just gonna be extra careful. I'm just gonna like, as I'm walking out, just gonna keep checking. Gonna keep looking around, checking my side.
All right, so you exit your room, and you kind of bump into this shifter creature. As you exit, you weren't really paying attention to what was in front of you so much as what was on you. So you don't like clash into each other, but you do definitely bump into.
Mm-hmm. So what was
This
it,
is you, Matrona.
yeah, no, I got it. She just kind of Matrona just kind of looks back, like, oh, hi, good morning.
My
Is he-
apologies. Wasn't paying attention.
No, it's fine.
Don't suppose you know where we've ended up?
No, not a clue. Are you heading down for breakfast as well?
Apparently, that's what that old lady said, right?
Yeah.
James Lonzo.
Matrona, my friends call me Maddie, or at least felt familiar with me.
I go for a handshake.
You'll have to. She sticks her hand out. You'll have to excuse me. All the feeling still hasn't come back to my hands yet. So she just kind of like tries to give you the best handshake she can with 2 fingers.
Oh.
It's like this weird loppy, like.
Yeah. It's like just like grabs around your thumb, basically. Like.
Not a problem. I know many a crewmate without any arms.
So you're a pirate.
Sure.
Do you know where the rest of your crew is?
We're separated for now.
I see.
So, Top, this actually does get you thinking. You know for sure you were on your ship last, you remember. You also are trying to figure out whether or not that was a dream or a memory.
I just rub my face, just like,
And then Matrona's
separated for now.
Matrona's like, you seem just as confused as me. How about we walk together?
I am not one to deny a lady as such. I do the slight bow and I let her walk in front of me.
Gotcha. So as you two continue to walk, you just kind of see this really awkward, like, stare off between a bird and a hooded figure. And they are very much, like, in your way. Like, you cannot get past them at this point.
Do we see the thing in the animes where, like, there's just lightning shooting from their eyes?
Not really. There's not, like, tension between them. It's just really awkward. And it's hard to figure out why.
I see a bird and a bug.
I'm wearing
bug
a
is
hood.
hooded.
You don't know.
That's just a hooded figure. There is a bird and a hooded figure.
I see a bird and a thing in front of me.
All right.
What are you gonna do about it?
What's the move, lady?
Is there a problem here?
So, to call, Crowley, you hear this and it gets your attention, breaking your awkward, weird, silent conversation.
Neat. I'm gonna take the opportunity to just go.
Okay, so to call basically just forgoes all formalities and continues to walk down the stairs.
Yep, without a word, just bye.
Just watch as they walk down the stairs, but then I look back to the others.
Mm-hmm.
And did I hear him say, what was he say? What's going on here, or is there a problem here?
Yeah, what was the problem? Yeah.
Okay. I mimic, what is the problem?
So the beak parts, and Matrona, your voice comes back at you as, what is the problem?
So, Matrona just looks kind of shocked. She's like, was that just my own voice?
First interactions are always fun.
Like, I don't know how to respond to this at all.
All right, what is your next move, Crowley? Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to start walking down the stairs, or are you going to let them pass?
I guess going, noticing that it's a little bit easier in here, and that it's not as tense as I'm making it. I just go ahead and head downstairs, but I still have that slight hesitation about people. So I'm just gonna go downstairs, get food, and try to find an area close to the bug
Okay.
and around the other people I've seen so far.
So the bug is your interest point right now. Got it.
I'm just vibing.
You have
And
a
you-
follower inadvertently.
And your vibes are what's causing this.
Apparently.
All right, so all of y'all are now making your way downstairs. I am 100% certain that Aaron has had 2 plates full of various types of food, ranging from vegetarian to the biggest of carnivores, and is just sitting at a table, just kind of stuffing her face. Am I wrong?
You're not.
All right. Matrona, you kind of have this weird urge that you kind of need to help or fix up tables just because, like, your chefing is like
You got that
starting to, like,
silver
play
mentality.
in.
I gotta help.
Right. So she's like scurrying around, like setting.
Like, it's almost hard for you to
utensils.
sit down and, like, order breakfast for yourself because this feels like a morning rush.
It's like it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot.
And why is that one green?
Green.
So, like, you're trying to, like, keep yourself busy so that you can stay stationary for most of the part by just rearranging a table that you have sat at.
So, how do you do that with, like, almost no hand?
Right.
Well, she's got no feeling in her hands.
movable digits. Yeah. No, it's slowly coming back.
Muscle memory that kicked in at that point where it's like, it has to be fixed at just anything possible.
It's the please.
Right.
All right, so a server comes up to you. It's kind of a stout old dwarf. My name's Dory. I'll be your server today. What can I get you? Matrona and Lonzo, he's kind of at y'all's table.
Oh, okay.
Gonna keep seeing that, like, Matrona just keeps, like, doing shit, just like.
He's kind of small. He's got platinum colored hair. He's got piercing blue eyes. He's a little bit darker than you would have expected for a dwarf with such bright hair.
Mm-hmm.
So you get like the platinum white hair with like piercing blue eyes, like very Nordic.
Okay, dude, just
but
won the
he's very
genetic
tan.
lottery. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Except for height. Like,
Mean, I
that's it.
guess.
Like, at least
I don't know. Maybe
wanted
he's
some...
tall for a dwarf. How tall is he?
Listen, no.
He's 4'7".
He's pretty tall
See?
for a dwarf.
I don't want to hear that coming from Warsick. Anyways, moving on.
But Dory has asked if you would like to order.
Yeah, got any orange
Yeah.
juice?
Aye.
That'd be for me. Madrona.
Jeez. I'm sorry. This table was a mess, but I'm ready to order now. Do you have any fried fish?
It's kind of early, but I could ask the cook.
Thank you.
You lot have a good sleep.
I guess.
I grab my face. I'm like checking my jaw, just like, I hope so.
I can't find any quilts as soft as the ones up here in the daughters of the wind.
I assure you, boss, it's not the accommodation that was the problem. I
You
don't think
said it
noticed-
was the service.
Neither that. It's. You ever have a funky dream? Wake up, you feeling a little funny.
Usually after I eat too much of the missus cooking.
See, something like that happened to me and my friend over here. Mine's so bad I can barely feel my face. Hers, you can see our hands aren't really working out the way that she wants.
I understand. I got the perfect thing for you. Way right here. And he kind
Appreciate
of trots off to the back of the house. It isn't gone for too much longer, and then walks out with like 2 trays full of things and kind of trots back. Slides them in front of you guys. The orange juice, and we did have some fish on stock. Yes, that's my cat.
Okay, that's your cat.
But he comes back, slides the food in front of you, the orange juice in front of Lonzo. We did have some fish for you today, and luckily, fresh caught this morning apparently. And here, I recommend taking these pills on the house.
I'm just like, holy
Are
shit,
you
we got
offering
drugs.
me drugs? I'll take
This
it.
early in the morning?
Nobody said nothing about drugs. It's cure-all. It's a bundle of herbs and spices and whatever god else who knows that Ormina put in. Y'all have
Yeah.
been ordered and the food has been placed in front of you. Dory's gonna now saunter off and go check out the hooded one, the quiet one, and check up on the one that is eating his buffet raw. He's kind of sad but impressed. He knows he's got to bring more out for any other people that come in.
Oh no, he's like, this motherfucker, now I gotta do extra work.
Basically. But Dory's gonna walk up to you first to call because Crowley decided to sit behind you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They're like catty cornered to you. They're like off to the side but behind.
They're just like hanging out back there.
Also
Am
just
I-
staring.
Can I like sense that they're staring at me? You know how like you get that feeling that you're being watched? Do I
The
like have
Sixth
that?
Sense, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna say that you do.
So I'm totally aware of him, just
Yes.
neat. So,
Uh-huh. So what are you gonna do to call? You have a dwarf walking up to you. He kind of looks happy.
alright, I mean, I still got my hood on, I'm good. It's like, I'll just wait for him to...
Dory at your service. How can I help you this morning?
And Sakal's gonna ask for, just some tea.
All right. Would you like chamomile, English breakfast? I'm not sure what an English is, but we have it. We have oolong, and white, and black, and green.
Green tea's fine.
All right. Dory's a little bit shorter, so he can kind of look straight up into your hood.
Motherfuckers, so many short
Unfazed.
people.
He's kind of unfazed by it, just kind of jots down your information and kind of saunters back over to your catty cornered follower.
Mhm.
And what would you like for today, sir?
So I look up, or I know I look, I guess, to the left of me,
Yeah.
and just kind of like staring at this dwarf person.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, and I go ahead and do it in a mimic voice, but I request berries and I guess eggs, berries, and water to drink, but I say it in a goblin voice.
So you say it with like a goblin inflection, not so much a goblin speech.
Well, no, goblin speech. Yeah, because I don't really know social norms, so I don't know what all is acceptable, and I'm just going to the closest thing.
He's gonna kind of look at you, and he's gonna look down at his pad, and he's gonna kind of turn behind him. Hey, can somebody bring Nalik back here? And you kind of just see off in the distance, like at the window, like one of the people kind of give a thumbs up. And it takes him a second. And give me a perception check real quick there, Crowley.
21.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm rolling high on all this crap. If we get into a fight this session, I'm screwed. I know it.
You're actually taken aback, Crowley.
Okay.
So, this Dory dwarf that just called back to the front, Nelik's another.
Interesting.
You kind of see him kind of like walk up to Dory and, you know, kind of knob at him. And in like a very similar manner to what you've done, he'll open his beak and go, "Yes, Dory." And it's in this weird female voice, but you're very certain that this is a male Kinku.
So before I go any further, I just look him up and down and look, and with almost like not sad, but I guess a sullen voice that I had heard before, I say in common, "I thought I was the only one left."
And Nalik's gonna kind of turn to you and kind of cock his head a little bit. And then he'll do kind of a similar thing back in the same voice, but in common. But we are many.
Do Kinku not speak? Is it just only mimicking?
They have to really work at it, but because they're very, like, social creatures and how things work around them, he is basically mimicking what he's being given. So now, like, has a little bit more depth to him because he's been around more people socially. Whereas Crowley has been kind of hiding away in a mountain.
You gotta remember, my entire village was wiped out by goblins.
You assumed you were the last of your kind.
I look at him and I say it in, I guess with an intriguing inflection on it. I say to him, "How many?" And then, oh, sorry.
He doesn't quite understand the question, but it is definitely him, you know, still trying to answer. So he just repeats what he just said. "We are many." In like a more angry tone.
Do I hear this since he's like right behind me?
Yeah, you can totally hear this conversation.
Okay, cool. I just want to know if I'm just like listening and being nosy.
Okay, and I just kind of look at him, cockeyed, or I guess tilting my head, not cockeyed, but just tilting my head and wondering why he's angry. But at the same time, I say, my village was wiped out by goblins. So where did you come from?
Raised here. Always here.
And I look at him and I say, "Ooh, fun." And then I look back to the dwarf and I ask for berries, eggs, and water again. But this time in common, since I'm a little bit more at ease with the Kinku.
They both nod. And Nalik kind of starts making his way back to the kitchen. All right then. Berries, eggs, and water. How would you like your eggs? You know what? Never mind. I'll bring them out to you scrambled. Everybody's gotten an order in. Your food has all been kind of brought out. So, to call, you have your tea, and Crowley, you have your eggs and berries, and they didn't necessarily bring you a glass of water, but they brought you a potentially cup with a large enough brim to fit your beak into. And you enjoy a nice meal while listening to the chatter around you.
I'm mostly just trying to listen in on people, like...
Okay, give me another insight.
Insight? Neat.
Not insight, perception.
Okay, perception. Yeah, it's like, 'cause I imagine it'd be hard to drink with mandibles. Motherfucker. Refreshing my page.
All right.
That was a 6.
Every so often you forget the social cues of your surroundings, so you try to bring the cup up to your mouth as you would in your androgynous form, and then immediately just hit into your mandibles. Would you like to try again?
Sure. Perception?
Yep.
Didn't do any better. Neat.
You wanna try with advantage?
Can I have advantage?
Yeah, you're trying to be more intent about it now. Alright, so you do kind of pick up on some side conversations. So in front of you, there's a little gnome lady talking to a smaller dwarf lady, and they're just having casual conversations about, oh, yeah, I did see the thing outside today. I wonder if anybody's going to get caught. It's awfully funny to watch. Oh, no. What about, I heard about the guards coming in from the barracks, yes. They came in last week. Lady Aurelia has blessed us greatly with such fine soldiers.
Do I hear anything else, or?
Not at the moment. That's about the most gossip you get out of the two ladies, is just talking back and forth about their Lady Aurelia, a new set of guards coming into town, and some kind of creature that is apparently roaming the streets, but nobody seems to be bothered by this.
Do I hear any of that?
You can try to make a better perception check than Kuma.
You probably will, to be completely honest. Yep.
22?
Yeah, you definitely hear all that. You also hear that there might have been a couple items that had gone missing recently, and it's been very disturbing, which is why the new guards have come to check up on their little village, because normally they only have the creature kind of walking around. And that's about it.
Okay, I'll just keep it to myself and just continue to listen to those around to see if I can pick up any new voices or language.
I want to cast Disguise Self. I'm just trying to see if I need to do anything specific or if it's just like it's time to interact with people.
So everybody is done eating now.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want to leave the tavern?
Erin. Well, because she's kind of curious to know where she is.
All right. So, Aaron, what is your first move to figure out where you are?
She's just like the waiters or waitresses asking where she is.
Okay, so Dory ends up walking by her, and she's manages to catch his attention, and she asks. He goes, "You're in Lagnia, of course."
Do I know what that is?
Give me a history check.
What the hell?
Nice.
So with my perception, do I hear any of
That was
these
assault,
different
huh?
places?
Nah, they're kind of further off.
Okay.
He has a solid. What?
Yep.
She's supposed to be the dumb one.
Well, history doesn't necessarily, that just means you know a thing. You don't gotta
It
be
kinda
smart to
does- it-
regurgitate information.
It kind of tickles her brain a little bit as she hears the name,
Fly got zapped.
but it's very fuzzy. Like, it's on the tip of her tongue. She knows what this is. It's just like, you know how you have that thought where you know the thought, but the thought just won't, like, reveal itself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gross.
it's that kind of thought. That's all you get. I know it's a 21, but that's all you get.
I would like to use Disguise Self so I can start talking to people. It says at
Alright.
will. I was trying to see if I needed to do anything
Nope, go ahead.
crazy with it, but
The call is now his beautiful androgynous self.
they. But these.
Their beautiful androgynous self.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
No,
No.
way more beautiful.
We actually have a picture. Hold on.
It's really funny. Kuma's actually just going through what it's like to be a trans person, just like, hey, damn it. With pronouns, just like, yo, chill.
Neat, yeah. So cast Disguise Self. I'm gonna go ahead and approach the two people I was listening in on, and just kind of like introduce myself. I guess I'll kind of do like a more like feminine voice, because like Tikal likes to like just kind of switch between
Just
tones
blend in.
depending. Yeah, like it just depends on like what people respond to. So like if people respond more positively to like masculine tones, they'll do that.
Okay.
So,
So
you
you
know.
walk up to the two ladies, and in a feminine tone, you'd say what?
Hello, I'm new here. I heard you guys talking about guards. Like, is there something out there I should be worried about, or?
Gimleth kind of leans back in her chair and laughs. You ain't got nothing to worry about, sweetheart. As long as you don't get into trouble. It's always good seeing new faces here in Lagnia.
Where is Lagnia? I'm actually not really sure how I got here.
Well, Lagnia is... Well, it's in the center of the...
What?
Excuse
Totally
me?
got that.
You know, it's just in the middle of...
Telepathy!
Try that one 5 times fast.
So, Takal, you wanted to try your telepathy on this.
I don't know what the fuck she's saying.
So, you go into her brain, and you ask the question verbally one more time. And in her brain, it does the same thing.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Fuck. Okay. I still don't know how I got here, though.
Well, that's the thing, sweetheart. Nobody ever knows how they got here. We just end up here. And it's
Excuse
great.
me?
It's like being in heaven. There's never anything wrong. We're never hungry. People that want to work get to work. And our homeless population's almost nothing.
I'm sorry. Are you implying I'm dead?
I don't know.
Damn, that religion just falls apart, don't it? Did I die? Fuck!
It's like, damn, I was supposed to be reincarnated!
Perfect here.
What's up? Sorry.
It's just perfect here.
So, again, are you implying I'm dead?
I don't know. But if I had died, this better be best in heaven.
I'm done with this conversation. I'm gonna leave.
Takal is like, I'm having none of this.
Like, I'm gonna go.
I
Thank you,
refuse
bye.
to believe I could be dead here.
You made a mistake, underestimating what you've taken on. I'm out of the cage, 'cause you opened the door. You're as innocent as gone. 'Cause if you're falling for me,